I wanted to talk very briefly about the Monday meetings, which is where you mentioned the learnings happen, and the Friday meetings where you come back and share what happened in the field.
Yeah.
Could you just briefly explain how they're different and what roles each one serves?
Monday morning, 8 a.m., we kick it off, and it's everybody. So we've got all of our account executives, we've got our sales engineers, we have our field marketing, we have our SDRs, we have our ABM team. We've got a whole bunch of people all in on this call. That's part of the methodology too, is we are all one team. It's a revenue team. It's not the sales team and the sales engineering team or the SDR team. We are one unit. And we've switched it up a number of different times. I'd say every quarter we look at it with a fresh lens. So one quarter, as an example, we assigned each AE and SC. It just so happened there were like 12 of them. You pick the topic. So it's on you to come present something that you think your peers would care about. And it can be anything. I mean, it can be about a new feature. It could be competitive intelligence. It could be the way that they do prospecting. It could be the way that they run a first meeting. It could be bring a guest speaker, internal or external, from the organization. And so we get this kind of healthy blend of different topics, although it is tough for some 8 a.m. to get the gears going. I think in general, it ends up bringing everybody together, especially in a remote world. And it continues to contribute to people's learning in different ways. And then the Friday meeting, it's quick hitter. The Monday meeting is an hour. The Friday meeting is 30 minutes, and it oftentimes doesn't even go 30 minutes. For me, it's a mechanism to highlight things that people either learned or succeeded or failed with. Maybe even more important than that, it serves as this mechanism for each individual to be more thoughtful about those topics. At the beginning, when we did this, people would say, oh, well, I don't know what I learned this week. All right, well, that's not a good answer. I hope you learned something this week. And it's just because they're not consciously thinking about what they're learning, but it kind of forces that thinking to say, I want to be more mindful about the things that I'm learning. I want to be more mindful about the successes I'm having that I should be sharing with others that I may just be too busy to kind of pick my head up and do on my own. Or I need help with something and I want to ask the group. We uncover a lot of stuff during those because inherently somebody's going to be ahead in a specific area where everybody else is having a problem. And so I love the fact that we've kind of held that structure. We're really consistent with it. We very rarely cancel the calls because we want it to be valuable and we want to have that kind of consistency so people know what to expect.
Or maybe a couple of examples of surprises that you picked up from one of those calls.
At the beginning of them, I mentioned this notion of the first thing that each person talks about is which opportunities did I create, which opportunities did I advance, and which opportunities did I close. We also have a short blurb about what's your updated forecast for the quarter. I think the thing that is really enlightening with that structure is just the way people think. So there are some people on the team that when it's their turn for that topic, they literally just like, they're looking at their calendar and they're like trying to like do it on the fly. They just ramble about the meetings that they had and it's not very coherent or thought out. And then you have some people that are just like, I created 3 opportunities. I advanced this one from this stage to this stage. I closed this deal for this much. That puts me at this for the quarter. I'm forecasting this. And they just have pure command of their business. The surprise for me, because I'm oriented that way, is that not everyone is, and some people need some help and guidance with respect to how to get to that point. And that's a growth opportunity.